Hi everybody. I have this great Mogul playing cards by a hardy card maker, apparently a card maker to Her Majesty or His Majesty and the Prince of Wales in the 1820s or 1830s. This particular Mogul playing card I think is from the early 1800s. This is more likely than not to be a reproduction, perhaps from the 60s, according to my very quick research. I will put some link down below for you to investigate further about this particular edition of the hardy playing cards maker called the Great Mogul here. I googled around and I saw that the Great Mogul playing card is still being made today by US playing card company in Cincinnati, Ohio. This one's definitely from the UK. And so it has a stamp here, I think it says 6 pence. The 6 is in Roman numeral. Let me try to see if you can see that. There it is there. And so we've been told by various sources online that if anybody offered this as a genuine article from the 1800s, more likely than not, it is a lie. Now, I am no expert. I just saw this was being sold for really cheap. I think the seller found this on one of those antique shops, I think, and really didn't know what to make of it. So I have not taken a look at this because I was a little afraid of not being able to put the cards back into the packaging. So as you can see, the packaging is made to look like the original, if this is a reproduction indeed. There's this wrapping, and then sealed within the wrapping is this string that would have tied around here and go around there. And again, I will put some link down below for you to take a look at how this originally would have looked like. If this is a reproduction in a way that Yves Renault's reproduction with the, if you remember, his Tarot de Marseille reproductions reproduced the wrapping paper as well as they were in the 1700s and the 1600s. So I'll put this aside for now. I think that tell tales about which edition is which. There's a variety of them. I think this is what they call the English portrait style. Again, I'm no expert. I've only just started recently dabbling in historical playing cards. There's French, German portrait style, the British or UK English portrait style. If you remember, I shared with you a reproduction by Fleur Noir. I will put the video, a link to that video, at the end of this one. Feel free to take a look at that. So usually, like that one there, like the playing cards that I obtained from Fleur Noir, it's exactly like that as well. Blank with just the, if you look at that, that looks a bit like acorns, don't you think? Do you think that's how the clovers, I don't know, like the acorns and the clovers, they kind of look, you know what I mean? Like they look like acorns this way, and then that way, of course, is our more commonly recognized, what do you call them, clubs? As you can see, I don't deal with playing cards a whole lot. So for some reason, the pips here are, let me see, what am I doing here? Let's just take this like so. Okay, I think this has been shuffled, and obviously it's not in order, and it's not all upright either. So what's probably more interesting for me are the face cards, naturally. I believe the jacks are the only ones with feet. So let's zoom. Let's blaze through that one. So there you can see the jack has feet, not the king, doesn't show well. If he has feet, and the queen as well, they're not showing them because perhaps it's under their robes and dresses. Again, the jack. it's quite yellow compared to the one I have from Fleur Noir, obviously because Fleur Noir is a hand stencil. It's pretty new. This one is, I'm not sure. Again, I will do a bit of research and put some link down below for your perusal. So I believe a lot can be said about the Ace of Spade. Now I have not seen an Ace of Spade in here anywhere, have you? So let's take a look at that again. I am not likely to use this. I am not to use this, not to shuffle. I'm just going to look through it as a reference deck. So yeah, I have not seen. Now, is it missing the Ace of Spade? So that's been worn, so that's unfortunately has been damaged there. Looks like it's been eaten by something, and that's been eaten by something too, which is a bit of a worry. I hope whatever is eating those aren't still around to eat my stuff. So, well, I'd be quite disappointed if the Ace of Spade isn't included, because that is an important part of a collection. I'm gonna have to contact the seller on Facebook and check what's going on there. So that's a little one as well. Like something's happened there. So usually the stamp duty is on the Ace of Spade. So yeah, it looks like we're missing at least a card here, which is disappointing. So let me put this in order. Hold on. I found it. Here it is. So that is, what is it? It has Rex, it has G. Is that 3? Over there, and exportation, it says Hardy. So I think this is an edition that is for export. Hold on a second. So according to worldofplayingcards.co.uk or wopc.co.uk, this one here is Hardy Exportation Playing Cards with George III Garter Duty Ace, circa 1818. These cards were made for exportation to the colonies, USA, Europe, and the Far East, and thus bear no duty. So the one for the UK edition has X6 duty written on at the above there, and so there's another version there, single-ended English pattern deck with exportation Ace of Spades made by E. Hardy, circa 1820. It is not known precisely which countries these packs were destined for, but quite likely USA was one destination. So there's another version. It's not very clear, the reproduction there. I can't really see the difference, but I will put the link down below and a variety of other ones. And so that is likely a reproduction of the great Mogul Hardy playing cards originally from the early 1800s. I doubt very much that these are actually from the 1800s. I would be ecstatic if these cards were indeed from the 1800s, but it is more likely to be a reproduction probably from the 60s. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.